Can I plant enough flowers to save my local bee population? Bees are some of the most vital creatures on our planet, and their importance cannot be overstated. They play a critical role in our ecosystem and food chain, and their survival is closely tied to ours. Without bees, many of the foods we love would disappear, and our world would be a very different place. Bees are facing a crisis. Habitat loss, pesticides, and climate change are all taking devastating toll on their populations. When bees lose their habitats, they have nowhere to go to find the food and shelter they need to survive. Pesticides, which are often used to kill pests, can also harm bees, and climate change is disrupting the delicate timing of their life cycles. All these factors combined are causing bees' populations to decline at an alarming rate. This decline is not just a problem for bees, it's also a problem for us, because we rely on bees to pollinate many of our crops. Without them, our food supply would severely be impacted. Let's talk about some specific examples of crops that depend on bee pollination. Almonds, for instance, are one of the most bee-dependent crops. In fact, it's estimated that 1/3 of all almonds produced in the world rely on honeybee for pollination. Other crops like apples, blueberries, and avocados also rely heavily on bees. In fact, it's estimated that over 75% of the world's crop species, including coffee, coca, and many types of fruits and vegetables, rely on bees for pollination. The economic impact of bee decline is also significant, with some estimates suggesting that bees contribute over $200 billion to the global economy each year. Imagine a dinner plate without any of these foods. No crunchy apples, no creamy avocados, no sweet blueberries. It's a bleak picture, but it's one that could become a reality if we don't take action to protect our bee populations. Bees are responsible for pollinating so many of the foods we take for granted, and without them, our world would be a very different and much less delicious place. In short, bees are indispensable to our survival. They pollinate our crops, contribute to our economy, and help to keep our ecosystems healthy. But they're facing a crisis, and it's up to us to take action. We need to protect their habitats, reduce our use of pesticides, and address the impacts of climate change. So what can you do to help? Share your thoughts on the bee conservation in the comments below. If you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel for more environmental content. And if you're interested in learning more about how you can help save the bees, check out my next video on 10 easy ways to support your local bee population.